Hi guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel, West Coast Wild Child. Yes, are you ready to see paradise? Yes, but before we can pop down into paradise, I had to go to the airport from Thailand to Bali, and I got some help to book a taxi to go there, and it was so fancy. Oh my god, look at that. And yeah, then I flew to Bali. I think it was about 2-hour flight, and we're back in a country with too many zeros. And yeah, this is my hostel that I stayed in the first 3 days. Absolutely lovely. They had live music in one of the evenings, and for copyright I sadly cannot play the tune, but they were so good. I was absolutely amazed. I met a guy in the hostel. His name was Anwar. I called him Alex just to make it a bit easier. And we went to this beach. I sadly cannot recall what the name of this beach is, sorry. But it was lovely, and you had to pay entrance for it. This is the second homestay we stayed in. This was absolutely amazing. It was like living in a botanical garden almost. And I got this for like $10 a night. It was absolutely insane. And also I was there with a friend, so we actually shared that cost. And I mean, look at that. It's absolutely stunning. It was so green. And the next day we went on to a trip. We wanted to go to a waterfall, and this was just on the way. Don't remember the name of that small waterfall. And yeah, everything was just so luscious and green, and I think it's actually a good time now to visit Bali, because you have it's mostly dry, but also a little bit rainy. That day it was raining a bit, but I mean, nature was amazing, and it looked really dramatic with all the like mist over the forest, and all the buildings were also a bit new to me, and so many palm trees. If you know me, then you know that I absolutely love palm trees. They just look so good, and every time I see them I know that I'm on vacation. So yeah, I have a very deep love for palm trees, and you will definitely not be short on palm trees in Bali, neither in also a lot of banana trees, and it's just so green and luscious. Actually, I didn't know that Bali looked this good. Like, actually before coming here I thought that Bali was a bit overpriced and overhyped and just very touristy, but I have to say, just after having been there for about 3 days, I pretty quickly began to realize why people like Bali so much. I mean, look at this rainforest. Kinda absolutely stunning. We went to this waterfall that has like a natural basin almost, where you can swim around, take a lot of beautiful selfies. And yes, there will definitely be quite a few influencers around, but if you can squeeze in and get a few pictures, I absolutely recommend. Then we also had lunch here at Gambling Waterfall. This is just, there is a lookout that you can walk up to, and there is a little restaurant. They had lovely food. The portions were not that big, so if you're really hungry, maybe go somewhere else. But it was really good, and the view was stunning up here. Absolutely gorgeous. And here's also some more footage of the waterfall. It wasn't really big in itself, but it was like in many layers, or how to call it. There were also a lot of opportunities for selfie stops, and then we went back to our hostel, which was about an hour's scooter drive away. And the next day, or night you can say, we walked Mount Bator. And yeah, it looked like this. It was kind of foggy. That picture I snapped was on the way up, where it was just very short. It was clear. It was really foggy, and yeah, it cleared up a little bit now and then. Everybody was cheering when it actually cleared up a bit. It could have been better. It could also have been worse. I mean, some people don't see anything up here. so it wasn't too bad. Mount Batur is a volcano, and I think it's around 1,700 meters high, so it's not really high. You walk up to the summit it took around 2 hours to get up there. It definitely is chilly on the top and also windy, so you might want to bring a jacket and also maybe long pants. I was extremely sweaty up here because you start at the bottom where it's really warm and then you walk uphill basically for 2 hours, and I would say it wasn't that challenging, but yeah, as you can see, that was where the sun was before. It was maybe not the most challenging physically, but it definitely was extremely hot, so maybe bring some clothes that you can take on and off easily, because I was just really sweaty up there and it's not great when it's cold and windy. And here is on the way down. This is actually inside of the big crater. We also had a coffee and tea tasting on the way. And then we have the Ubud Rice Terrace. Ubud is very touristy, so you might want to stay a bit outside of Ubud. It is very busy. Or if you like it very busy and kind of touristy, I mean, it's up to you. It's easy to get around. Bali is not big. These rice terraces are absolutely lovely. You do have to pay entrance to walk around on them though. So just so you know, I think it was around 15,000 rupiahs, which is roughly, what can it be, $2 maybe. It's not a lot. It's not. It's just all these small expenses all the time. Like you have to pay entrance to the rice fields. You have to pay entrance to some of the beaches. Yeah, they make you pay many small things. But these rice terraces are absolutely gorgeous. I have never seen rice terraces like this. This is a little sunset on the way to a temple actually. This is a Hindu temple, and you do best to visit it in the morning, early in the morning, because it's just the most beautiful then with the sun. And I think we were here around maybe 8 a.m. and it's really nice because there's nobody else around. Like you can run around, you can take your photos, you will not have any person disturbing your perfect pictures. There are quite a few temples around this site, and after looking around for a bit we went to this temple, the Tamlingan temple, and I think the lake is also called Tamlingan Lake. Very nice, very mysterious with all the fog in the background. Very nice. Thank you, Bryce, for filming and taking such lovely pictures of me. My mom called me a narcissist when she saw those pictures, and yeah, what can I say? She's kind of right. My selfie game was extremely strong in Bali, and yes, I had to get a picture in this as well, and as you guessed it, yes, you had to pay for that as well. So, was it worth it? Yes, I think so. Then we went to... there's a lot of blue flowers around here. Thank you again, Bryce, for the nice pictures. And yeah, here's just a bit of the nature. I really have to say, I was so impressed with Bali's nature. Like, it's so beautiful. I gonna say it again, I did not expect Bali to be this beautiful. I really thought it was kind of overhyped. And even though everybody who has been here, who I know, has told me that it's so nice, I don't know. Then we went to another rice terrace, Yatiluva. I'm sure I butchered the name. Looked for some more selfie spots, and yes, we found them, I would say. Absolutely nailed it. Do I maybe have too much footage of rice fields now? Yes, but actually, can you have too much footage of rice fields? No, because they are beautiful. I mean, look how green and luscious they are, and the palm trees and the banana trees. Oh, they look so good. Oh my god. It is also worth noting that the absolutely best way to get around Bali is by scooter, because you don't have any tuk-tuks like in Sri Lanka, even though I will say Bali actually gave me a bit of a feeling like Sri Lanka. Like it's a small island and it's so beautiful and very luscious and green, and yeah, I just kept thinking a bit of Sri Lanka now and then. So yeah, you definitely want a scooter to get around. If you don't drive one by yourself, maybe find some fun people at the hostel to drive with you. Yeah, because otherwise I'm not really sure how to get around actually. I mean, I guess there are taxis and maybe Grab. Oh yes, we got a massage, which was lovely, and this is the breakfast. We had breakfast included, and the owner was very lovely. She made us pancakes every morning and fresh fruit. This is dragon fruit. And yeah, this is the homestay again. It was just so beautiful. And yeah, I mean, if I could choose, I would actually want to live in a huge garden and have like a little tree house or something. I don't know, it just tickles me. Then we went to the Ubud Palace. It is very busy, this palace, because it is in the city center and a lot of people are staying more in the central hostels. They can just walk here. Very beautiful though, very nice. All the mosses and stuff, it looks like it's very old. I'm actually not too sure how old the Ubud Palace actually is, but it looks just overgrown and again so green and so much beautiful trees and flowers everywhere. I just love the nature in Bali. It is so beautiful, and yeah, I don't think that Bali is overhyped. No, it is absolutely stunning and gorgeous, and it is a bit annoying that you have to pay entrance even to the beaches and to take pictures in certain places, but then again, Bali is not expensive. Oh, I wish I could have shopped these. Then I went to this beach. Actually, I was only here to catch the ferry over to Nusa Penida. I did know there are black beaches on Bali, I just didn't know where. So this was a nice surprise. So this is the ferry over to Nusa Penida. It takes about 20 minutes from Bali to Nusa Penida. Absolutely gorgeous. This is the hostel I stayed in. Sadly, that line was a bit in the way. Dinner, yes, that was a black burger. And then we went to Kalinking Beach. There were a lot of monkeys around, as it is in many places here where there is a lot of tourists. There will be monkeys. And beware of those little buggers, because they can both be aggressive and take your stuff. So maybe don't go too close. And yes, this beach is absolutely amazing. I have seen pictures of it before and I knew that yes, I have to go there. There are huge waves down there, so you can't actually swim there. There were a lot of people in their bikinis standing in the shoreline and getting some waves on them just to cool down. Actually, the water is pretty cold here. But yeah, again, you can't swim. Nobody was swimming, so just don't. And you also cannot surf because the waves break at the shoreline. But it's still a beautiful beach. It is a really hard way to get down though. Lily, I don't even think that you could have walked down here in your flip-flops actually. This road way, what do you even call it, was absolutely insane. It is basically like climbing up and down the face of a mountain. Like if you didn't have the railing to hold on to, you would not be able to come down here. It was more climbing than anything else, but it was very rewarding. The beach is not that big, but because the way here is so hard, there is actually not a lot of people going all the way down. So it's really nice. You can enjoy. The water has an excellent color. But like I said, the waves are really big and strong. So yeah, you can take a little dip, but don't swim. Don't recommend. After that, we went to a temple. This is the Uluwatu temple. Again, with beautiful sights, beautiful viewpoints. And I just love when the water is so turquoise. It looks so good and so tropical and nice. Like we don't have that in Sweden, at least, not what I've seen. And yeah, absolutely beautiful. Again, Bali is just so pretty. Wherever you go, you have like flowers and temples and beaches, and yeah, I can just recommend to go here. Butterflies everywhere, really big ones as well. This is my first smoothie bowl, which is a thing in Bali. I'm not sure if it's, my guess is it is for tourists actually. Then I had another one. This is with dragon fruit, that's why it's so pink. Beautiful, very tasty, and Thousand Islands viewpoint is beautiful, but you have to pay entrance here again, like everywhere else. And actually I would suggest to skip Thousand Islands viewpoint and go directly to oh yes, that's my dream house, by the way. One day I'm gonna live like that. Yeah, so I would actually recommend go to Diamond Beach directly, because Thousand Islands viewpoint is actually Diamond Beach, but from the other side, if that makes any difference. If that makes any sense, like you will basically see the same places if you go to Diamond Beach than you would if you went to Thousand Islands viewpoint. So maybe save some money, because you also have to pay to get into Diamond Beach. Yes, and this beach you also have to pay for. It's beautiful, and yes, I did my nails again because I wanted to feel fabulous. And on one of the last days, me and another friend from the hostel, we went to this exhibition. They had some like a little museum where you could watch things, and this statue, it was huge. And they also had this dancing show. Then I found a cinnamon roll, which was really tasty, and then we went to Kuta Beach because my friend wanted to surf. Kuta Beach is known for being a good beach for beginners who want to learn surfing. The waves are quite short though, so yeah. Yes, and then it was time to fly to Australia. So there you have it, you guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you as always for watching. And yeah, by the time this comes up, I am probably already in Australia. So I got my visa granted yesterday, and I booked my flight today, which is in 3 days. Yeah, stay tuned for some Australia. I'm really excited. I booked my first 3 nights for accommodation. It was really expensive, so yeah, I'm for sure gonna try to couch surf some, because yeah, it is not sustainable to stay in hostels in Australia. I feel like it's too expensive. But yeah, stay tuned for that, and see you next time, guys. Bye!